Yo guys, this is your main man, Scale-Based Aquatics, giving y'all a contest entry from my main man, Luke Stoloff. Boy was like, yo, hit 500 subscribers a while back, but, you know, he was like, yo, contest entry, let's kill it. Show me one of your pets, give me its history, how you take care of it, just give me the deets about this animal. So I chose none other than my female bearded dragon, Leonidas. He said he would like it to be a feeding video if possible, and guess what? It's possible. Got some crickets, gut loaded them, which is very important when feeding a bearded dragon, is to gut load your crickets. If you don't gut load them, then they don't have as much nutrients, and, you know, your bearded dragons are what they eat. I dust with calcium. Sometimes I dust with D3, which is a vitamin, and sometimes I dust without D3, but this time appears I am dusting with D3. Oop, might have been a little too much right there. And then you do the shaking up of the Death Maraca, which is her song. She loves that song. And then you do this number right here. Oh, she's like, oh baby, is that mine? Oh. And then you do this number right here. Yeah. Well, maybe. It's hard to do it with one hand, and you go boom, 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 million crickets. Let's go. And then she's just like, yo, crickets. And then she goes ham on some crickets. I got Leonidas roughly 2 years ago from a friend. My friend was selling her, like, he was moving on with his life, and he couldn't really take care of her. Well, he was like, yo, Mitchell, you own fish. Why not have a lizard? I don't know. She came with a 20-gallon and a 100-gallon. She was in the 100-gallon. And I bought her in the 100-gallon and the 20-gallon for $50. A steal. Well, I had no idea how to take care of bearded dragons at the time. She sees the ones outside the bag. So I did hella research and just researched the heck out of her. I was like, yo, how do I take care of these animals? Joined a million forums and got into YouTube. Met the YouTube community. Met Luke Stoloff even. Before he had Shimmeron. But now he has Shimmeron. I love Shimmeron, by the way. Look, the crickets are eating the greens. Her green. Oh. And now they're dead. So I get her and I learn a lot about reptiles. And I'm like, okay, I love reptiles. You got me hooked. Well, she was in the 100-gallon. And then it was filled with sand, by the way, which is a no for most bearded dragons. It's too risky, in my opinion. So, you know, as I started learning, I was like, okay, so she doesn't need this 100-gallon. So I get her a 50-gallon Exoterra. That's what this is. You know, it's got the swinging doors, it locks at the front. And I get this 50-gallon Exoterra, and I get her carpet. Some people like carpet, some people like sand, which I don't recommend. And, you know, just whatever you like, you know? Get her, you know, all these props and everything, and her heat bulb, which is a 100-watt heat bulb, and either a 5.0 or 10.0 UVB, I don't know. Her superworm dish, which is where I feed superworms. A water dish, which is, you don't always have to have a water dish, but I like to have them. You know, greens, I give her greens every other day. These are mustard greens. They can also eat turnip greens and collard greens and agricula or whatever, I think that's what it's called. And, you know, just look up bearded dragon diet, and it gives you what they can have, what they shouldn't have, what they can have as a treat. She eats anything from grapes to watermelon to cantaloupe to all these greens to butternut squash to pumpkin, to just a million different things, green-wise and vegetable and fruit-wise. She also eats dubia roaches, crickets, superworms, not mealworms. Mealworms can impact your animals, so be careful with that. So she doesn't normally eat mealworms. Waxworms after she lays a batch of eggs. I'll get to that in just a second. Waxworms, phoenix worms, the list goes on. Now, a lot of you are like, hey Mitchell, why'd you name your female bearded dragon Leonidas? I didn't. My friend, who gave me her, named what he thought to be a male Leonidas. The pet store told him, Petco told him that its name was Leonidas. Or no, that it was a male and then he named it Leonidas, alright? Well, a year later, she lays 38 dot eggs. And I'm like, okay, so she's not a male. And from then on, she has been the female bearded dragon named Leonidas, because I do like keeping with the names that the original owner gave them. He gave her Leonidas, so she stays Leonidas. She's a normal, I think. She might be citrus, actually. But she's really cute and really awesome. She's got her hot side, which stays about 95 to 100 degrees. Then she has her favorite, just her hide is this little computer thing, and she just goes under there and hides. She also has her cool hide. This is where she normally, last year, laid her eggs, is just under that. Oh, she's still going ham on crickets, by the way. Then she's got this, memory foam thing that she likes to sleep on, and then her food dish, and her water dish, of course. Her tail is also an interesting little thing. Her tail is not the long, luxurious tail you'd normally see in a bearded dragon. It's this stumpy little thing. I can only, it's either a birth defect or it's being kept at Petco or PetSmart, where they kept them together for too long. Bearded dragons are not social animals. They're not. You should not cohab them, because they can and potentially will kill each other, or injure each other, or something along those lines. It's just not. It's risky. You should never do it, really. So my only guess is that she was at Petco or PetSmart, and her brothers and sisters ripped her tail off. That's my logical explanation to that. Oh. Or not. She's very sweet. She loves to be handled. Well, okay, she likes to be handled, but she's quite food aggressive, so when she's hungry, she'd rather eat me than get played with. She runs around her enclosure all the time. Her health is pretty healthy. She is just a healthy baby. So yeah, guys, Leonidas gets weekly or every 2-week baths. It's to just keep her hydrated, because not only can she drink the water in the bathtub, and she's hydrated, she likes doing that a lot, but it also moisturizes her skin and makes it easier, helps her shed. So that's awesome. It also obviously helps get her clean. As you can see, she's been marching around in some poop. She's got poop all over her feet and her legs. I don't know, it's just a good thing to do since you can't really mist down their cage, because it would raise the humidity. It's just a smart thing to do, give them a bath every 2 weeks or so. I give her a bath every week, just because, I don't know, it seems to work for me, it works for my schedule. About bath water heat, about as what you would bathe in or so, maybe a little cooler even. Never let it go past their heads, or I've never let it go past her head anyway, so she hasn't really swam before. But yeah, this is Leonidas, and she takes a bath every week. Let's move on. I also make sure she has fresh water every day, just in case she feels like drinking. It's not necessary if you give them a bath, because if you give them a bath, they can drink from the bath. But I like to give it just in case, because these animals really, for the most part, you have the exception animal, do not drink a ton of water, so it's not necessary. You don't have to do it, but I recommend it just in case. To answer the question of, is she handleable, or what is her attitude like, it's chill. When she's not basking and chillaxing in her 50-gallon, she's out here watching YouTubes and sleeping in my lap with me. She has probably 3 attitudes. She has the chill, sleepy, just want to be friends with you attitude. And then she has the flighty one, which is what she's kind of been feeling like today. Yeah, see, she's not really wanting it. And then she has the food aggressive one, which is where, everything is food to her. My fingers would be food to her, everything. Right now, she's kind of flighty and chill. She's a good mixture of the set. But yeah, there she goes. Yeah, go girl. She likes being pet, for the most part. And she's just a little baby. Some of my daily or every other day maintenance is lizard poop, which is a thing. It's a disgusting thing that no one likes to deal with, but it is a thing. Because I have carpet in her cage, I have to clean it out and then wash the carpet, which is a disgusting task, but it's a task that I have to do when you own these animals. It's just constantly clean out the cage and wash up everything that needs to be washed. So yeah, guys, this has been my contest entry for my main man, Luke Stoloff. Go check out that man's videos. He has some amazing videos. He's got a cool corn snake, a little baby bearded dragon named Shimron. He's got some frogs. He's got a knoll. He's got a long-tailed lizard. What else has the boy got? What else is that? He's got a crested gecko. He's got a chameleon. So yeah, go check that boy out. Subscribe to the man. If you found me before you found him, get a life, because obviously he's awesome. His info will be in the description. And yeah, this has been my Luke Stoloff contest entry, showing off and highlighting my female bearded dragon Leonidas here. And yeah, please go check out his channel. Check out my channel like you are right now. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. And enjoy your life.